All right, class is in session, and this one's a good one, and this is one I know a lot about, and this will show you why you need to know game, okay? The game that you're playing, you need to know the rules, okay? And this, what we're about to watch shows that this police chief from Knoxville, Tennessee, does not know game. He has no game. He's a contextual alpha, meaning he's an alpha in the position because of his authority. But with women, he's not the alpha. But so this is apparently Southern Draw law, and this guy is a former police officer, now a lawyer. But I will say, he got me to click on this through a misleading title. Knoxville Police Chief just threw away his career. No, sir. No, sir, Mr. Southern Draw Law. He did not throw away his career. He got a month off. I'm clicking on this thinking, oh man, the guy got fired. Let's go flirty text. Oh my God. Dude, these texts, as far as what they're showing, this is a nothing burger. Okay? But there are mistakes to be made and lessons to be learned, so we need to watch this. Let's watch it.
Suspended for a month without pay following an independent investigation into text messages with an officer in his department.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Southern Draw Law. My name is James White, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, former police officer. So you may have caught wind of the fact that Knoxville Police Department's chief has just been caught in a high-profile scandal. I won't say sexting, but sort of inappropriately texting a subordinate officer who works in patrol. The scandal itself is important, but the main reason I wanted to cover it on this channel is because the mayor of Knoxville, India Kincannon, did something that I've never actually seen a mayor do before in the way of public accountability and transparency. And I think it should be the standard for how these things are handled moving forward. So we're going to get into
This simp right here thinks that public humiliation rituals, this simp right here thinks that she handled this well. No, she humiliated her chief in front of the public and castrated him. Now, if he did wrong, and these are flirty texts, what I've seen, and even he has admitted, there's no sex thing. They can't even call it, like he said, they can't even call it sexting. Now, is there an appearance of impropriety when a superior is flirting with a subordinate? I've been there. I did it. I was a sergeant, and I dated an officer, and she had to move stations because I was above her. I get the dynamics here, but they make this chief go out and apologize and say what a bad boy he is for having testosterone and got a little titillated by sending some flirty text. And he got this shaming lady up there, what a bad boy, shaking her, wagging her finger at him. Did you not ever hear of discipline in private, praise in public? You humiliated your department. No, this is not the way you handle this. Now, does he deserve discipline? Okay, give him discipline. And that's why internal affairs, they don't blast him all over the news. Okay? He can be accountable to his boss, his mayor, and if this rose to a level of illegal, oh yeah, parade him in front of people. Now you can take him down. But a little flirty text, and he's got to go out here and say what a bad boy he is? Dude, disagree, simp.
story, and we're going to talk about what sort of secondary implications this might have that you might not even know yet because maybe you don't live local or maybe you haven't followed this sort of like underlying story or how this all connects through some connective tissue, specifically with Jasmine Reed. We're going to go over that. And
Jasmine Reed is not a big deal, bro. Jasmine Reed understands her most powerful agency is her sexuality, and she's not even a pretty lady. I'm just going to tell you right now, she needs to get in shape. And this is why when the governments, we live under a matriarchy, we have DEI hires that are women on the police department, And they think that they're just going to throw men and women into police cars riding close together, and their testosterone, air, water, food, sex, simp. Sex is a very strong urge between men and women. It is an innate instinctual thing that men and women want to do, and they're going to have sex when you put them together. Okay? These departments, they're just we're just supposed to act like sex doesn't exist. It's ridiculous.
Fill all of the information so you know what's going on. But before we do that, I need to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. Chat. Follow incentive to push people yours. They've helped hundreds of thousands of people.
I received the results of a third-party investigation into some inappropriate behavior by one of the city's top leaders. The investigation was prompted by a discovery made through KPD's Office of Professional Standards. The investigation concluded that KPD Chief Paul Noel was inappropriately texting.
And here's the thing, so he gets wrapped up in something. He wasn't complained on. This wasn't because he was behaving badly. He got wrapped up in some other BS, and they found these texts. That's what's going to be, though. And now she's doing this. But women don't know how to lead. Okay? You don't do this.
Female subordinate, Officer Jasmine Reed.
Jasmine Reed banged another officer and has gotten in trouble. Okay? You got a problem there. Okay? But understand, this is what we need to learn from this, guys, is you need to know game. And what game is women understand, even this woman here, understands that her sexuality is her most powerful agency. Okay? So Jasmine Reed knows, look at what she does. Look at what Jasmine Reed, she's a young patrol officer. And she can get to the tip top of, Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't know how big it is, but whatever. She can get to the guy with her vagina. That's how powerful sexuality is. She could have influenced. Now that's why these things they have a sense of impropriety, because if she can have leverage on the chief. Now he shouldn't be dipping his pen into company. Don't get me wrong, and he should be disciplined.
Never made any complaints or allegations.
See, exactly.
The discovery came to light as part of an unrelated matter.
Yeah, she got in trouble because a lieutenant couldn't quit her that she was banging. Okay?
At my request, Law Director Charles Swan.
Okay, let's go move on. She's just basically saying that, and here he is. I mean, this is why you don't do this stuff, though, guys. This is why you got to have game. And what do I say? I have other videos on this on my playlist, and one of them is texting a woman when you're not banging her, when you're not having sex with her, is beta AF. Okay? Women love attention. Women love, and I'm telling you this right now, understand this in the game. You can text, you can sext, whatever, but if you have not banged her, she is losing respect for you, and you will not. Do not be sexting with a woman you have not banged. Your phone, shout out Corey Wayne, your phone is for logistics, okay? Now, if this chief was single, okay, probably should be dipping his pen in the company ink, but you're direct. Hey, saw you in whatever, saw you over there, thought you looked nice. I'm going to take you on a date Friday. Let's go have some coffee at Starbucks at 123 Main, 7 o'clock. Meet me there. I'd love to see you. What do you think? Whatever. And now she can say, oh, I can't, I'd love to go do that. Whatever. But you're direct. You're goal-oriented. You're driven. You're ambitious to get to the point. He's been texting this chick for 2 years. And I don't even think he's banged her. That's ridiculous, guys. You do not give women no free attention. Shout out Alan Roger Curry.
My command staff, every member of the Knoxville Police Department and the Knoxville community, I am deeply, deeply sorry. I have not upheld the high standards that I set for myself and for every member of the Knoxville Police Department.
And why? He gets titillated. He's in a, what do I say? He's married. Okay? He's probably in a sexless marriage. He's probably, marriage is a beta male institution. Okay? He probably ain't getting laid. If you ain't getting laid in your marriages, this stuff happens, guys. This is why You cannot be living in a sexless marriage. It'll kill you in other areas. But you got to know how the game works. And you don't be texting a woman that you ain't banging. Women know that their most powerful agency is their sexuality. Always remember that. And 2, remember, women love attention. So, how do you know a woman likes you? How do you know a woman is down for you? If you ask her to do something, she cooperates.
For police, I should be held to the highest standard. I have said numerous times that with higher rank comes greater accountability. That principle applies to me really more than ever, as it applies to every member of the Knoxville Police Department. In this instance, I fell well short of that standard. I accept full responsibility for my actions and the consequences that follow.
Chief, in my eyes, Chief, you're fine, dude. You flirted a little bit. Big freaking deal. Because your wife probably ain't touching your fucking dick.
Excuses or minimize what happened or ask to be treated differently because of my position. I am deeply sorry for the disappointment and distractions my actions have caused, and I'm especially sorry for the impact that this will have on the men and women of our department who continue to serve this community with professionalism, integrity, and dedication every single day. Their work should not be overshadowed by my actions. An apology alone will not restore the trust that has been damaged. Trust must be earned through accountability and
Okay, we can't. I don't want to keep going. This is humiliation ritual. Now they're asking all these questions. They're asking all the other stuff. What about this? What about that, dude? You open up a can of worms, lady. Okay, here's some text. Here we go.
2 of them via text message was not released at the time that the press conference was called. So in some ways, again, this is a very minor criticism because I think ultimately that Mayor Kincannon did an excellent thing.
No, she did not.
Exposed this and did it.
No, she did not. This is not even. No. The public don't care that the chief was sending flirty text messages to a subordinate. Now, if he's stealing money, if he's, doing illegal stuff or sexually harassing people, yes, but this didn't rise to that level.
At the same time, the news media would have had a lot more questions had they had access to the actual text messages before the press conference, because they really didn't know what they didn't know. But these.
All right, here we go. I'm sorry to hear. Okay, so here we go. Here's Chief Noel. Sorry to hear. See, and look what she's got him in there, Chief Noel. I'm sorry to hear about your injury. I hope you're doing okay. I love to see you kicking ass out there. I'm very proud of you, okay? So there's nothing there, okay? Thank you, Chief. I'm all good. Just a little fractured nose. I'm all ready to go. Catch some more, bad guy, these ladies. Whatever, anyway.
Damning. It goes back to April 7th of 2024. So we're talking about,
2 years, guys. No. And when you send these texts, now that first text, fine.
2 years.
But if you have it, anyway. And women, what do I always say? Women know. They know you. They can feel you. They smell you. If you obey the bitch, they're going to smell you. She's in control of these texts, probably.
And basically, he starts out with, well wishes because she got hurt at work. You're a superstar. I'm overdue.
That's how all betas start.
So who knows what happened to her?
That's how all betas start.
Right along that they experienced together. And they're talking about cruisers, and then the chief is
okay, hold on.
Talking about
I love the hold on. We gotta go back. Hold on.
So we're talking about
okay, sorry, you got
over 2 years. And basically he starts out with, well wishes because she got hurt at work. You're a superstar, I'm overdue to ride with you again. So who knows what happened to the first ride along that they experienced together. And they're talking about
all right, here we go. Thank you, sir. You can ride with me anytime. You'll fit in my new car much better than you did the Charger. All right. Okay, nothing there. A nothing burger there. But even she knows. She's... look at the emoji.
Cruisers. And then the chief is...
I love the black Durangos. Wait till you see the black push bumpers we are going to start installing on them. That's going to be awesome. Whoa, this is wow. Look at this scandal. Yeah, he should have gotten over that public. Yep, we just asked the shop to order some. You should order some horses too. Jesus. This is a nothing burger.
Talking about secrets that are not supposed
Okay, here we go. You should order some horses. We are working on it. Captain Morrow is completing instructor training in Nashville now. That's supposed to be a secret. Oh, jeez. Come on. Really? I don't know a thing. Yeah, don't ever tell women that. Oh, this is just flirty. Come on, dog.
Shared with anybody about things that they're doing with cruisers and
Nothing,
and
burger.
the control unit, but he shared this.
We are still a long way off. We need to figure out stabling, vet, and stuff like that. Mara has 2 trained horses lined up already. We are likely a year away and the stars all align. I saw pics from the Heroes Cup as well. You're badass. Jeez. I mean, yeah, it's a little simpy, but if you need someone to help ride those horses, keep me in mind, please. Here she go. Here she go.
Somebody that he literally has no.
All right, here we go. I saw pics from the Hero. Thank you. Next year you should do Hero Cup with us. This is what women do. See how she's roping them in? If you want to ride, I'll make sure you get a shot. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. That's where you're going to get in trouble. Simping. This is simping. I'll make sure you get a shot. Because you got a vagina and I like it. See, guys? No. I love to do Heroes Cup with you all. It sounds like fun. And I may even be able to hang with you for just, it's supposed to be hang. Hang with you for just a bit. Ooh, man, this guy's smooth. I mean, this is nothing burger, man. Jeez.
Working relationship with. We're going to circle back around to getting into some of the more damning texts.
I understand it more.
Allow you to see the previous scandal involving Jasmine Reed in order for you to fully understand why this is so bad. Because it's bad enough. Just
I'll do my best. Go big or go home like I did with my nose today. Oh, jeez. Deal. Don't be a stranger. Good luck with the nose. Nothing burger.
But in order to understand why this is so much
yes,
worse
sir. Thank
than
you.
it is at face value, you need to understand.
Happy birthday! I'm sorry you have to spend it working.
Jasmine Reed,
yeah, he keeps reaching out to her.
Has previously been at the center of.
Thank you both for being here, and I wanted to ask as well.
No, we're good. We're not going to keep doing that. They just keep saying they can't answer questions.
Very disappointed that the media didn't ask him any tough questions, but again,
there's no tough question to ask them.
They have this sort of like mutually benefit.
There was no tough question to ask.
But what does that tell you about the statement, I'm just careful? So think your way through it linguistically.
Oh, here we go.
Really get explicit at all. But Chief Noel makes the statement to Jasmine Reed, I play, but I'm just careful. And you do have to sort of parse the language.
That's stupid. And all he's just saying is, I'm good to bang. I'll bang you, girl. But that you got to be direct, gentlemen. Direct. You know, she knows what you want. If you want it, go get it.
The inference that I'm alluding to, but what does that tell you about the statement, I'm just careful? So think your way through it linguistically.
We don't.
If you and I are having a conversation.
Yeah, he says he has sex with other women and he's careful not to get caught by his wife. Whatever. Who cares?
You've expressed interest in me, or I've expressed interest in you. And I want to convey to you that I'm interested individually in some sort of a playful relationship with you.
No, men and women fuck, sir. You simp. Look at how he's doing all this gentle gymnastics. You go to the woman, you let her know. You're goal-oriented, you're direct, simp, and you let her know, I'm interested in you. And I want to take you out. I'm a leader. And I want to take you somewhere. I want to take you on a date. We're going to go on a date this day. Because I'm a man. I got a dick. And you got a vagina. And I want to put this in there. We all know this. This guy's trying to do mental gymnastics. How do I let a woman know I'm interested? How do I? You lead.
Something like, I'm open to being playful. Or I'm open to playing. I just need to be careful.
No, you lead. Either you are in or you're out.
That notes a one-on-one sort of like two-way street relationship. To me, that is different than saying, I play, I'm just careful. To me, what that does is it's telling you that my interest in sort of skirting the rules doesn't just exist in this dynamic between me and you.
Correct.
It exists already in a dynamic.
He's trying to act like a player, so she gets the notion that I'm good to bang, girl. But he might not be banging anybody else. This is what simps do all the time. He just needs to be more direct.
With potentially multiple people. Because again, it's not, I'm interested in playing with you. It's making a declaration that my status is that I do these things. I'm just careful about how I do it. And if I'm telling you that...
Hang on a second, sir. Women already know if you texting her about horses and she did great on the chase today, and she knows if you're reaching out to her, you want to fuck her. I mean, simp, this is the rules. And guys, we're learning lessons here. When women already know this, I don't know if this guy, women know when you text them, even on, hey, how was the Rose Bowl parade? They know you want to fuck them now. And when a woman reaches out to you, you should assume she wants to fuck you and ask her to come over. Don't, just, hey, come on over, come see me.
Then I'm obviously telling you that I have or am doing these things with other people other than you. And so that's my problem. In another text exchange, he told this Jasmine Reed to delete these text messages. And Reed says to him in one of these text exchanges, if you need someone to get in trouble with while you're away.
There you go. She knows her most powerful agency is her sexuality. Well, damn, I was going to steal your parking spot tomorrow. But I guess since I can't do that, I'll just tell you next time, if you need someone to get in trouble with while you're away, I'm pretty good at that. So holla at me. That means she wants to fuck him. Are you now? That's when he tells her, he either shuts it down or he goes after it. That's what I'm told. Only one way to find out. That's open. Do women know what their most powerful agency is, guys? Don't ever let them fool you. This is their private phase. And this is why these investigations, text messages lead you into their private phase. This is her opening her legs wide open. Only one way to find out.
I'm pretty good at that. I'm a little on the wild side, but
Here you go. She also made statements to him, including let her know if you need someone to get in trouble with while you're away, I'm pretty good at that. The report says she stated that she is a little on the wild side. Every woman is, okay, here's another important lesson to learn. Every woman will do this that's into you. Every woman's on the wild side with guys they like. But you'll never be bored when you're at bullshit, you will. Bullshit, you will. Not in the beginning, you won't. But, yeah, they all talk like this, guys. Pounce on it if you like it, right? But don't think this is special. All women will, but what's this tell you? Her most powerful, she's letting them know. And this is why you gotta know. If you talk about lingerie and they're like, oh my God, you're talking about sex already? She's talking about, when they like you, they talk about sex. If they like you and you talk about sex and they get offended, you got problems. You're with the wrong person. Women lead with sexuality.
Or when you're with me. Now, obviously, those are not directly sexual, but they
were very sexual. They were very sexual.
Innuendos, sexual innuendos. And she's not lying. And the reason she's not lying is because what you may not know, and what I think is even worse about this entire scandal, is that Jasmine Reed has been publicly investigated by the local news stations for another affair that she's had with a commanding lieutenant. And so if we look back at the reporting on that, I want to just show you the news investigation that took place related to those things. And then I'm going to explain why that matters in the grand scheme of things as it relates to Chief Noel. Let's check it out.
Tonight, an on-duty affair and angry text messages resulted in unpaid suspensions for 2 police officers in Knoxville. Our 10 Investigates team explored the details of an internal investigation. It centered on unprofessional conduct by 2 experienced supervisors and a patrol officer. The investigation recently wrapped up, and 10 News reporter Olivia Degg joins us to explain what she learned from reviewing hundreds of pages of documents and hours of interviews and body cam footage. Olivia?
John, the investigation involved 2 high-ranking officers, a current police captain and her now retired husband. who at the time was a lieutenant. Records show the lieutenant was having an affair with a female patrol officer. The affair might have stayed secret if that patrol officer hadn't reported getting a series of insulting text messages months after.
Lack of emotional control. Texting is not for arguing. We don't argue. You know, you got to remain under emotional control, and you got something to say. You don't argue with women like this. And she drops them.
Did.
I mean, look at that, dude. That is a dumpy. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, but I'm 22 years with the Houston Police Department. I mean, look at, what is this? But their most powerful agency is their sexual, but I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a 10 on the police. It's, you know, we used to, anyway, I won't keep going, but there's not that many ladies on the police department. This is, ugh.
I don't want anybody to get in trouble.
In late May of 2025, a Knoxville patrol officer,
And this is the thing, she knows women know exactly how powerful their sexual agency is. They know. She's not exclusive. She was banging a lieutenant who, and again, he was married. Looks like to someone else on the department, by the way. So, women and sexuality. Look what's going on in these schools. You know, women are just as sexual as men.
Reed received text from a phone number belonging to retired KPD Lieutenant Keith DeBow. The year before, she'd had an affair with him.
I apologize for it. I made a mistake.
The texts, in part, read,
I absolutely hate your guts. You're the worst piece of shit I've ever known.
Fatty.
Uh,
Within the Knoxville Police Department.
I mean, come on, dog. I mean, yeah, but that's feminine energy right there, guys. With that, dude. Yeah.
An internal investigation and learned there was far more to the story. Documents show Reed suspected those texts actually came from Keith DeBow's wife, KPD Captain Tammy DeBow.
Oh, Lord.
I did it.
Captain DeBow told KPD leadership she thought her husband had
She's sending him. Absolutely hate your guts. You are the worst piece that I have ever known. You are a piece of, you blank suck. I think it dick suck. You seriously the worst piece ever. Lose some weight, fat. See, women will go after you personally. Buy some new pants for goodness sakes. You're busting out those seams. See, women go personal. Let it go. I'm sorry you are hurt, but it's time to move on with life. I wish you nothing but good things for you. See?
She didn't intend for Reed to see the messages. KPD interview videos show Officer Reed ended up admitting to having an affair with the captain's husband. But that happened 7 months before she got the text messages.
Woo!
I screwed up and I hurt her.
Women don't fuck with more than one guy at a time. Dude, come on, man.
She's mad.
During the investigation, Reed said she and Keith DeBow frequently spent time in a KPD storage room.
Go in there and talk.
Just talk.
Suck dick.
Make out and stuff too.
Department investigators
Suck
found
dick.
video showing the two going into the storage room a total of 37 times from late July 2024 to late October. Sometimes they were in there for as long as 30 minutes. In addition,
Guys, no. This is simping, dude. Holy crap, bro. Guys, no. No. You gotta have dick discipline.
she and Lieutenant DeBow became intimate several times in a KPD camper while
Lord
on
have
duty.
mercy.
Hang out in that camper.
While you were working?
Sometimes, yeah.
Y'all never had sex there?
Say no.
By the time the investigation started, Lieutenant Keith DeBow had already retired, but department leaders still called him to ask the same question.
Did you ever have sex at a PD facility with Reed?
I'm not getting into any of that the personal relationship with her.
During the investigation, Patrol Officer Reed said Captain DeBow threatened her while the two were parked on duty in their patrol cars. She said the captain put her hand on her service weapon and threatened to, quote,
bury her. The investigation didn't find evidence to substantiate the claim about the gun.
And my first question just right out of the gate was, did you have sex with my husband?
Yes.
And she said, yes. And I said, so where'd you have sex at? And she looked at me and said, no, your house. And so I immediately was like, what? I will bury you. Are you kidding me?
This February, the months-long investigation wrapped up. Captain Tammy DeBow was punished for unbecoming conduct and for canceling Officer Reed's response to a call to avoid contact with her. Reed was written up for sexual misconduct and unsatisfactory performance. Both Reed and DeBow got the same discipline, 120 hours of unpaid suspension. Attorney T. Scott Jones represents Captain DeBow.
It's very personal in nature, and obviously I believe the young lady that was the offending officer and Captain DeBow have moved forward and moved on from this.
Attorney Don Bosch represents Reed in a statement to WBIR.
This happens in every department where there are females. Trust me, I worked for HPD for 22 years. This happens in every department where there are females. Same things.
Said Officer Reed regrets her part in all of this. She is a good officer and has accepted the administrative consequences imposed. She has put this matter behind her and has no further comment at this time. Both officers are still employees of the Knoxville Police Department. Again, Keith DeBow was retired at the time of this investigation.
Let's explain what you've heard from department leaders, Olivia.
Yeah, absolutely. We heard from Chief Noel, who says, quote, our Office of Professional Standards conducted a thorough investigation into this matter. Both employees acknowledged that they fell short of our expectations as an organization, accepted responsibility for their actions, and were disciplined in accordance with departmental guidelines.
Now, all of that sounds all well and good because it was a prepared statement by Paul Noel to, explain his position on this scandal. And you would never know, based on that news release, that Paul Noel had his hands in all of these cookie jars at one time, trying to control the narrative. Remember when I talked about the parasitic relationship that exists between the news and the police department? Well, you notice that they were talking about Don Bosch. Don Bosch has a weekly show that he anchors on the WBIR channel. So he works for the news organization. He's also the person who gets tasked with representing Jasmine Reed. And what's really interesting about that is you can find text messages between Jasmine Reed and the chief where the chief is instructing her that...
Well, hold on. Well, if there's more there that can help, you need to have Bosch get it out there. I'm not really into Well, if there is more there that can help you, you need to have Bosch get it out there. I'm not really into pistol shooting. I'd work out with you all at some point. I use a picture of you all at the end of one of those workout contests in one of my presentations. There's nothing there. Well, you have an open invitation to work out anytime. Yeah. They know. Yeah.
Certain information to Don Bosch so Don Bosch can get it out and essentially control the narrative. When they interviewed Don Bosch, Bosch says that he recalled shortly before the disciplinary hearing in the DeBow matter that Chief Noel called him and suggested that he provide a brief in support of Officer Reed. So again, this is not just this guy talking to this girl saying, oh, well, I wish you the best, all that stuff. He's actively pulling strings in the background to make sure that she is represented. And I will tell you this, Don Bosch is the kind of lawyer that you would need to pony up $20,000 or $25,000 in order to get him to represent you. A KPD police officer is not going to be able to afford, especially one single, and bragging about how she does whatever she wants and doesn't have a ring on her finger to keep her from doing it. She's not going to be able to come up with the money for a retainer for an attorney like Don Bosch. But the thing that I think shows...
Yeah, but what's more better than money? Pussy. The most powerful agency, guys. Don't ever forget that. And women that really like you don't need anything but your presence.
Chief Noel's true character during this whole thing was that as these text messages actually got released to the media and we got to see the contents of them, it's obvious that he is giving her special preferential treatment, even though they may not be having a physical relationship, at least up to this point. And I want to make it very clear what I'm saying. I think that Paul Noel should have been fired. And I don't necessarily think that he should have been fired because he engaged in a relationship with a subordinate. That's bad enough. But it's the cover up. It's telling her, I play, but I'm careful, which means to me that this is not the only relationship that he has at least entertained the idea of engaging in. And he also says that he's careful, which means that he...
This guy's a little harsh. No. He got a little flirty. He got his dick a little hard. And then it went away. Relax, bro. Everybody's got some shit on there. No.
Tracks. And we have evidence of him suggesting to her or flat out telling her as a subordinate that she needs to delete these text messages. And then...
So what? If there's nothing in the text message, so what you tell her to delete them, there's really nothing in there. You showed all these messages. I haven't seen really anything with scathing freaking scandal.
Just sort of at its basic level, that's bad enough. He probably should be suspended substantially or fired just over that right there. But to me, that's not the worst thing. The worst thing is the preferential treatment, saying he's going to put a word in for her. He's going to be seen out in a marked police car riding along with her. And he's going to meet her after work, and they're going to work out and roll. And I assume rolling is typically referring to jiu-jitsu. He makes comments about being on the mats, that kind of thing. He's going to work out with her, whatever. He's going to build a physical, at least friendly relationship.
He's got a dick with testosterone. Yeah, he's flirting. He's wanting to fuck her. So what? He didn't look like he did. And it looks like he's got no game. You know? By the way, guys, you don't need to be texting all this. If a woman, you should come play. Who's leading? If she's asking you to go, you should come over here. No, women know what you want to do. You know? Go take them to your house and go get it done. Don't beat around the bush like this guy.
If it doesn't cross the line over into sexual relationship, it still is improper because he has the ability to put her on mounted patrol. And then on top...
Happens all the time. Happens all the time.
All of that, then this scandal happens where she's suspended and he's writing her saying, hey, look, you're still a superstar. Keep your chin up. 6 months is going to go by fast and all that. And that's the second worst thing. But the very worst of all of it is, we now know through the text messages that he knew that this person was featured in the media, that this was a highly publicized affair where it involved 3 of his subordinates, one of whom he's having an improper text relationship with, and 2 of whom he's watching get publicized and publicly disciplined. And the third party got to retire without discipline, but he surely would have been disciplined too, and maybe worse than anybody, and maybe that's the reason he retired. And all of that has taken place, and there was no part of him that thought, you know what, this is going to eventually trace back to me. I should just fall on my sword and go tell the mayor.
And just like all of us, he let a little dick discipline slip up a little bit. We've all got... Lust is a heavy thing, guys. You have to understand that, right? But he didn't do... I mean, this is a nothing burger.
Blindsided by this information.
But don't mess... When you are the boss, women love status. That's what they know what they can get. You want a woman fucking you not because of your status. We always talk money... What was it? Looks, money, game, or looks, money... Yeah, looks, money, status. Yeah, looks, money, status. Money and status. Women, because they're trying to get shit. Okay? Don't lead with status. Don't lead with money. Lead with your presence. That's what you want. That's what you want them to want.
And to her credit, she didn't just say, oh my God, we have to cover this up because of the previous scandal that was reported. No, she forced him to stand on the podium and field questions. Now, it's disappointing that the questions were tough, but there
no.
And he still was required to stand there and answer the questions.
All right, this is enough. But anyway, look, guys, if you're texting a woman, be direct. Women know what you want. Women can smell what women's most powerful agency is their sexuality. They know this. They're going to downplay it always. Okay? Women like status. Women like contextual alphas is fine. Understand that. You got to understand the game you're playing. But understand your phone is for setting dates, being logistical, not for entertaining a woman. Okay? Women love attention, and women love to be flirty with you. But if they're being flirty with you and not fucking you, If they've done that first, more than likely they're not going to bang you. So stay away from the flirty text messages and be direct and be decisive like a man. All right, that's all for this one. We'll see you in the next one.